Welcome to the Winbert Foundation Digital Inclusion Program. In this course, Project Management Foundations, you will be introduced to the core principles that underpin effective project management. It provides a solid grounding in what constitutes a project, the role of a project manager, and why structured project management is essential in today's dynamic and results-driven environment. You will explore the key concepts, terminology, and frameworks that guide how projects are initiated, planned, executed, monitored, and successfully completed. By understanding these foundational elements, you will be better equipped to approach projects with clarity, purpose, and confidence. By the end of this chapter, you would be able to define what a project is and distinguish it from routine operations. Explain the importance and benefits of project management in organizations. Identify the key roles and responsibilities of a project manager. Describe the project lifecycle and its main phases. Understand basic project management terminology and concepts. Recognize the constraints of time, cost, and scope in managing projects. Appreciate the importance of stakeholder engagement and communication in project success. Module 1. What a project is and how it is different from routine operations. A fundamental step in understanding project management is clearly defining what a project is and distinguishing it from routine operations. This distinction is essential because the tools, techniques, and mindset required to manage projects differ significantly from those used in managing ongoing organizational activities. A project can be defined as a temporary endeavor undertaken to create a unique product, service, or result. The key elements in this definition are temporary and unique. Temporary means that every project has a definite beginning and an end. It is not meant to continue indefinitely. A project concludes when its objectives have been achieved, when it is determined that its goals cannot be met, or when the need for the project no longer exists. Unique means that the outcome of a project is different in some distinguishing way from all other outcomes. Even if two projects appear similar, such as constructing two buildings, each will have differences in location, design, stakeholders, or execution. Projects exist in all sectors and industries. Examples include developing a new software application, launching a new product, organizing a conference, constructing a building, or implementing a new business process. What ties all these examples together is that they are goal-oriented, time-bound, and produce a distinct result. In contrast, routine operations refer to the ongoing, repetitive activities that an organization performs to sustain its business. These activities are continuous and do not have a defined endpoint. Their primary purpose is to maintain the organization's core functions and ensure stability and efficiency. Examples include daily sales transactions, customer service operations, payroll processing, and routine manufacturing processes. One of the major differences between projects and routine operations is duration. Projects are temporary, with a clear start and finish, while operations are continuous and ongoing. For example, setting up a new customer relationship management system is a project, but using that system daily to manage customer interactions is an operational activity. Another key difference lies in uniqueness versus repetition. Projects are unique and involve elements that may not have been done before, requiring planning, innovation, and problem-solving. On the other hand, routine operations are repetitive and follow established procedures or standard operating processes. Because of this, operations tend to be more predictable, while projects often involve a higher level of uncertainty and risk. Objectives and outcomes also distinguish projects from operations. Projects are undertaken to achieve specific objectives and deliver a defined output, such as a product, service, or result. Once this objective is achieved, the project ends. In contrast, operations focus on sustaining business activities and do not aim for a one-time output, but rather continuous performance and efficiency. The management approach differs as well. Project management requires careful planning, scheduling, resource allocation, risk management, and stakeholder engagement to ensure that the project meets its objectives within constraints such as scope, time, and cost. Routine operations, however, emphasize consistency, efficiency, and optimization of existing processes. Another important distinction is in team structure and resource allocation. Projects often bring together a temporary team with diverse skills to achieve a specific goal. Once the project is completed, the team may disband or move on to other projects. In contrast, operational teams are usually permanent or long-term and focus on maintaining steady workflows. Understanding the difference between projects and routine operations is crucial because it helps organizations allocate resources appropriately and apply the right management strategies. For example, applying rigid operational procedures to a project may limit creativity and adaptability, while managing operations with a project-based approach may lead to inefficiency and instability. It is also important to note that projects and operations are interconnected. Projects often create or improve operational processes. For instance, a project to develop a new manufacturing system will eventually transition into routine operations once the system is in place. Similarly, operational needs can give rise to new projects, such as improving efficiency, reducing costs, or introducing innovation. In summary, a project is a temporary and unique endeavor aimed at achieving a specific objective, while routine operations are ongoing and repetitive activities that sustain an organization's core functions. Recognizing these differences enables managers to adopt the appropriate tools, techniques, and leadership approaches for each type of work. Mastering this distinction is a foundational step in becoming an effective project manager. Module 2: The importance and benefits of project management in organizations. In today's fast-paced and competitive environment, organizations are constantly seeking ways to improve efficiency, deliver value, and remain relevant. One of the most effective ways to achieve these goals is through the application of project management. Project management provides a structured approach to planning, executing, and completing tasks, ensuring that organizational objectives are met effectively and efficiently. The importance of project management lies in its ability to bring order and structure to complex initiatives. Without proper management, projects can easily become disorganized, leading to missed deadlines, cost overruns, and failure to meet objectives. Project management introduces clearly defined processes, roles, and responsibilities, which help teams stay aligned and focused throughout the project lifecycle. One of the primary benefits of project management is goal clarity and alignment. Every project begins with clearly defined objectives that are aligned with the organization's strategic goals. This ensures that all efforts contribute to the broader mission of the organization. When goals are well-defined, team members understand what is expected of them, reducing confusion and increasing productivity. Another key benefit is efficient resource utilization. Resources such as time, money, personnel, and materials are often limited. Project management helps in planning and allocating these resources effectively to avoid waste and maximize output. Through proper scheduling and budgeting, organizations can ensure that resources are used where they are most needed, improving overall efficiency. Time management is another critical area where project management adds value. By breaking down the project into manageable tasks and setting timelines, project managers can monitor progress and ensure that deadlines are met. Tools such as schedules and timelines help identify potential delays early, allowing corrective actions to be taken before issues escalate. Project management also plays a vital role in risk management. Every project involves some level of uncertainty, which can impact its success. Through risk identification, analysis, and mitigation planning, project management helps organizations anticipate potential problems and prepare appropriate responses. This proactive approach reduces the likelihood of project failure and minimizes negative impacts. Effective communication and collaboration are essential for project success, and project management provides a framework for achieving this. It ensures that information flows smoothly among stakeholders, team members, and management. Regular updates, meetings, and reporting systems help keep everyone informed and engaged, reducing misunderstandings and conflicts. Another important benefit is quality control and assurance. Project management emphasizes the importance of meeting defined standards and delivering outputs that satisfy stakeholder expectations. By establishing quality criteria and monitoring performance, organizations can ensure that the final deliverables meet or exceed expectations. Project management also enhances accountability and performance tracking. With clearly defined roles and responsibilities, it becomes easier to track who is responsible for each task. Performance can be measured against set benchmarks, making it easier to identify areas of improvement and recognize high-performing team members. In addition, project management supports better decision-making. With access to accurate data, progress reports, and risk assessments, managers can make informed decisions at every stage of the project. This reduces guesswork and increases the likelihood of achieving successful outcomes. Another significant benefit is customer satisfaction. Projects are often undertaken to meet customer needs or solve specific problems. By delivering projects on time, within budget, and according to specifications, organizations can enhance customer trust and satisfaction. Satisfied customers are more likely to remain loyal and recommend the organization to others. Project management also encourages innovation and continuous improvement. Since projects often involve creating something new or improving existing processes, they provide opportunities for creativity and innovation. Lessons learned from completed projects can be documented and applied to future initiatives, fostering a culture of continuous improvement. Furthermore, project management helps organizations achieve a competitive advantage. Companies that consistently deliver successful projects are better positioned to respond to market demands, adopt new technologies, and outperform competitors. This ability to execute projects effectively can be a key differentiator in today's business environment. Finally, project management facilitates strategic execution. While strategic plans outline what an organization wants to achieve, projects are the means through which these goals are realized. Effective project management ensures that strategies are translated into actionable plans and successfully implemented. In summary, project management is essential for organizations seeking to achieve their goals efficiently and effectively. It provides structure, improves resource utilization, enhances communication, manages risks, ensures quality, and supports informed decision-making. By adopting project management practices, organizations can increase their chances of success, deliver value to stakeholders, and maintain a strong competitive position in their industry. Module 3. The key roles and responsibilities of a project manager. A project manager plays a central role in the successful delivery of any project. While a project involves various stakeholders, team members, and processes, the project manager is responsible for coordinating all these elements to achieve the project's objectives. Understanding the roles and responsibilities of a project manager is essential for anyone seeking to build a career in project management or effectively contribute to project success. At the core, the project manager is responsible for planning the project. This involves defining the project scope, setting objectives, identifying deliverables, and determining the resources required. A well-developed project plan serves as a roadmap, guiding the team from the beginning to the completion of the project. Without proper planning, projects are more likely to experience confusion, delays, and cost overruns. Another critical responsibility is organizing and assembling the project team. The project manager identifies the skills needed for the project and selects team members accordingly. Beyond selection, the manager ensures that each team member clearly understands their roles and responsibilities. This clarity promotes accountability and helps prevent duplication of efforts or gaps in execution. The project manager is also tasked with leading and motivating the team. Leadership goes beyond assigning tasks. It involves inspiring team members, resolving conflicts, and maintaining a positive working environment. Since projects often involve tight deadlines and high pressure, the ability to motivate the team and maintain morale is crucial for achieving desired outcomes. Effective communication management is another essential role. The project manager acts as the central point of communication between stakeholders, team members, and organizational leadership. This includes providing regular updates, managing expectations, and ensuring that important information is shared promptly and accurately. Strong communication helps to reduce misunderstandings and ensures that everyone remains aligned with the project goals. A key responsibility of the project manager is time management. This involves creating schedules, setting deadlines, and monitoring progress to ensure that the project stays on track. By breaking down the project into smaller tasks and assigning timelines, the manager can identify potential delays early and take corrective action. Closely related to time management is cost management. The project manager is responsible for developing and managing the project budget. This includes estimating costs, allocating funds, and monitoring expenditures throughout the project lifecycle. Effective cost management ensures that the project is completed within the approved budget, avoiding financial strain on the organization. Another vital role is risk management. Every project carries some level of uncertainty, and the project manager must identify potential risks that could impact the project. This involves analyzing risks, prioritizing them, and developing strategies to mitigate or respond to them. By proactively managing risks, the project manager reduces the likelihood of disruptions and increases the chances of project success. The project manager also ensures quality management. This means that the project deliverables meet the required standards and satisfy stakeholder expectations. The manager establishes quality criteria, monitors performance, and implements corrective actions when necessary. Delivering high-quality results is essential for maintaining the organization's reputation and achieving customer satisfaction. Stakeholder management is another critical responsibility. Projects often involve multiple stakeholders with different interests and expectations. The project manager must identify these stakeholders, understand their needs, and engage them effectively throughout the project. Managing stakeholder relationships helps to gain support, reduce resistance, and ensure that the project delivers value to all parties involved. Additionally, the project manager is responsible for monitoring and controlling the project. This involves tracking progress, comparing actual performance with the plan, and making necessary adjustments. Monitoring and control ensure that the project remains aligned with its objectives and can adapt to changes when needed. The role also includes problem-solving and decision-making. Challenges and unexpected issues are inevitable in any project. The project manager must be able to analyze situations, evaluate options, and make informed decisions quickly. Strong problem-solving skills help to keep the project moving forward despite obstacles. Finally, the project manager is responsible for closing the project. This includes ensuring that all deliverables are completed and accepted, documenting lessons learned, releasing project resources, and formally closing the project. Proper closure is important for organizational learning and future project improvement. In summary, the project manager plays a multifaceted role that combines planning, leadership, communication, and control. By effectively managing time, cost, quality, risks, and stakeholders, the project manager ensures that project objectives are achieved successfully. Mastering these roles and responsibilities is essential for delivering projects that meet expectations and add value to the organization. Module 4. The project lifecycle and its main phases. Understanding the project lifecycle is essential for effective project management. The project lifecycle provides a structured framework that guides a project from its beginning to its completion. It outlines the sequence of phases that a project passes through, ensuring that work is organized, controlled, and aligned with objectives. By following a defined lifecycle, project managers and teams can improve efficiency, manage risks, and deliver successful outcomes. The project lifecycle typically consists of 5 main phases: initiation, planning, execution, monitoring and controlling, and closing. Each phase has its own purpose, activities, and deliverables, but they are all interconnected and contribute to the overall success of the project. The first phase is project initiation. This is where the project is defined at a high level and its feasibility is assessed. During this phase, the need for the project is identified and its objectives are clearly stated. Key stakeholders are recognized and initial expectations are set. A critical output of this phase is the project charter, which formally authorizes the project and gives the project manager the authority to proceed. The initiation phase ensures that the project is aligned with organizational goals and is worth pursuing. Following initiation is the planning phase, which is one of the most important stages in the project lifecycle. In this phase, the project manager develops a detailed roadmap for how the project will be executed and controlled. This includes defining the project scope, creating a work breakdown structure, WBS, developing schedules, estimating costs, identifying risks, and planning for quality and communication. The planning phase sets the foundation for the entire project. A well-prepared plan increases the likelihood of success, while poor planning can lead to confusion and inefficiency. The third phase is project execution, where the actual work of the project is carried out. During this phase, the project team performs the tasks outlined in the project plan to produce the desired deliverables. The project manager coordinates resources, manages team performance, and ensures that activities are aligned with the plan. Communication is especially important during execution, as it keeps stakeholders informed and ensures that issues are addressed promptly. This phase often requires flexibility and adaptability, as unexpected challenges may arise. Closely linked with execution is the monitoring and controlling phase. Although it is listed as a separate phase, monitoring and controlling occur simultaneously with execution. The purpose of this phase is to track project performance and ensure that it stays on course. The project manager measures progress against the project plan, identifies any deviations, and takes corrective actions when necessary. This includes managing changes, controlling costs, monitoring schedules, and ensuring quality standards are met. Effective monitoring and controlling help prevent small issues from becoming major problems. The final phase of the project lifecycle is project closing. This phase marks the completion of the project. During closing, all project activities are finalized, and the deliverables are formally handed over to the client or stakeholders. The project manager ensures that all objectives have been met and that all contractual obligations are fulfilled. Additionally, this phase involves documenting lessons learned, releasing project resources, and conducting a final evaluation of the project's performance. Proper closure is important for organizational learning and continuous improvement. Each phase of the project lifecycle plays a vital role in ensuring project success. The initiation phase establishes the purpose and direction of the project. The planning phase provides a clear roadmap. The execution phase delivers the actual results. The monitoring and controlling phase ensures that everything stays on track, and the closing phase brings the project to a formal and successful conclusion. One of the key benefits of the project lifecycle is that it provides structure and control. By breaking the project into manageable phases, it becomes easier to plan, execute, and monitor progress. It also allows for better decision-making, as each phase provides opportunities to review performance and make necessary adjustments. Another advantage is improved risk management. Since risks can arise at any stage of the project, having defined phases helps in identifying and addressing them early. For example, potential risks can be identified during planning, monitored during execution, and resolved before they escalate. The project lifecycle also promotes accountability and transparency. Each phase has specific deliverables and milestones, making it easier to track progress and hold team members accountable. Stakeholders can clearly see how the project is progressing and whether it is meeting its objectives. It is important to note that while the project lifecycle is generally presented as a linear sequence, in practice, there may be some overlap between phases. For example, monitoring and controlling activities occur throughout execution, and adjustments to plans may be necessary as new information becomes available. In summary, the project lifecycle provides a systematic approach to managing projects from start to finish. By understanding and effectively managing each phase, initiation, planning, execution, monitoring and controlling, and closing, project managers can improve efficiency, reduce risks, and ensure successful project delivery. Module 5: Basic Project Management Terminologies and Concepts. A strong understanding of basic project management terminologies and concepts is essential for anyone involved in managing or participating in projects. These terms form the language of project management and provide a common framework for communication among team members, stakeholders, and project managers. Without a clear understanding of these concepts, it becomes difficult to effectively plan, execute, and control projects. One of the most fundamental concepts in project management is the project scope. Scope defines the boundaries of the project, including what is included and what is excluded. It outlines the work required to deliver the project's objectives and ensures that all stakeholders have a shared understanding of what the project will achieve. Proper scope definition helps prevent scope creep, which refers to the uncontrolled expansion of project requirements without corresponding adjustments to time, cost, or resources. Another key term is deliverables. Deliverables are the tangible or intangible outputs produced as a result of the project. These could include products, services, reports, or any measurable outcome that satisfies project requirements. Clearly defined deliverables help ensure that the project remains focused and aligned with its objectives. The project timeline or schedule is also a critical concept. It refers to the sequence of tasks and the time allocated for each activity within the project. A timeline helps the project team understand deadlines, track progress, and ensure that the project is completed within the expected timeframe. Closely related to the timeline is the concept of milestones. Milestones are significant points or events in the project that indicate progress. They do not represent work themselves but mark the completion of key phases or deliverables. Milestones are useful for tracking performance and maintaining momentum throughout the project lifecycle. Another important concept is the project budget. The budget represents the estimated cost required to complete the project. It includes expenses such as labor, materials, equipment, and other resources. Effective budget management ensures that the project is completed within financial constraints and prevents overspending. The Work Breakdown Structure, WBS, is a foundational tool in project management. It involves breaking down the project into smaller, manageable components or tasks. This hierarchical structure makes it easier to plan, assign responsibilities, and monitor progress. By dividing the project into smaller parts, the team can focus on completing each task efficiently. Stakeholders are individuals or groups who have an interest in the project or are affected by its outcomes. This includes clients, sponsors, team members, suppliers, and even the community. Identifying and managing stakeholders is crucial, as their expectations and support can significantly influence the success of the project. The concept of risk is also central to project management. A risk is any uncertain event or condition that can have a positive or negative impact on the project. Risk management involves identifying potential risks, analyzing their likelihood and impact, and developing strategies to address them. Proactively managing risks helps reduce uncertainty and improve project outcomes. Another essential concept is quality assurance and quality control. Quality assurance focuses on ensuring that the processes used in the project are effective and meet required standards, while quality control involves inspecting deliverables to ensure they meet the desired quality criteria. Together, they ensure that the project outputs are reliable and satisfactory. Resources refer to the people, materials, equipment, and finances required to complete the project. Effective resource management involves allocating and utilizing these resources efficiently to achieve project objectives without waste. The term constraints is often used in project management to describe the limitations within which a project must operate. The three primary constraints are scope, time, and cost, often referred to as the triple constraint. Balancing these constraints is one of the key responsibilities of a project manager. A change in one constraint typically affects the others. Another important concept is change management. During the course of a project, changes may arise due to new requirements, unforeseen challenges, or stakeholder requests. Change management involves evaluating, approving, and implementing these changes in a controlled manner to avoid disruption. Assumptions and dependencies are also commonly used terms. Assumptions are factors considered to be true for planning purposes, even though they may not be confirmed. Dependencies refer to relationships between tasks, where one task relies on the completion of another. Understanding these helps in creating realistic project plans. Lastly, the concept of lessons learned is vital for continuous improvement. At the end of a project, the team reviews what went well and what could be improved. These insights are documented and used to enhance the success of future projects. In summary, mastering basic project management terminologies and concepts is crucial for effective communication, planning, and execution. These terms provide a shared understanding that helps teams work more efficiently and ensures that projects are delivered successfully. As you progress in project management, these foundational concepts will serve as building blocks for more advanced practices. Module 6: The constraints of time, cost, and scope in managing projects. One of the most fundamental concepts in project management is the idea of constraints, particularly the relationship between time, cost, and scope. These three elements are often referred to as the triple constraint or project management triangle. They represent the key limitations within which every project must operate. Understanding how these constraints interact is essential for successfully planning, executing, and delivering projects. The scope of a project defines what work must be done to deliver the desired outcome. It includes the project's objectives, deliverables, tasks, and boundaries. Scope answers the question, what are we trying to achieve? A clearly defined scope ensures that all stakeholders have a shared understanding of the project's goals and prevents unnecessary work. However, if the scope is not properly managed, it can lead to scope creep, where additional tasks or requirements are added without proper evaluation or approval. The second constraint is time, which refers to the duration required to complete the project. Time includes the schedule, deadlines, and milestones that guide project execution. It answers the question, when must the project be completed? Effective time management involves breaking the project into tasks, estimating their durations, and organizing them into a realistic schedule. Delays in one part of the project can affect the entire timeline, making time management a critical responsibility for the project manager. The third constraint is cost, which represents the financial resources required to complete the project. Cost includes expenses such as labor, materials, equipment, and other operational costs. It answers the question, how much will the project cost? Managing costs involves budgeting, cost estimation, and monitoring expenditures to ensure that the project remains within its financial limits. These three constraints, scope, time, and cost, are closely interrelated, meaning that a change in one will almost always affect the others. This relationship is what makes managing projects both challenging and dynamic. For example, if the scope of a project increases, more features or deliverables are added, it will likely require more time and higher costs. Similarly, if the project deadline is shortened, the project manager may need to increase costs by adding more resources or reduce the scope to meet the new timeline. Balancing these constraints is one of the primary responsibilities of a project manager. This balance is often described as a trade-off. For instance, if a client demands a faster delivery, reduce time, the project manager may need to increase the budget, cost, or reduce the number of deliverables, scope. Understanding these trade-offs helps in making informed decisions that align with project priorities. Another important concept related to the triple constraint is quality. Although not always explicitly included as one of the three constraints, quality is directly affected by how scope, time, and cost are managed. If a project is rushed, limited time, or underfunded, low cost, the quality of the deliverables may suffer. Therefore, maintaining quality requires careful balancing of all three constraints. Effective management of the triple constraint begins with proper planning. During the planning phase, the project manager defines the scope, develops a schedule, and prepares a budget. These elements are documented and approved by stakeholders to establish a baseline for the project. This baseline serves as a reference point for measuring performance and managing changes. Monitoring and controlling the triple constraint is equally important. As the project progresses, the project manager must track actual performance against the planned scope, time, and cost. Any deviations must be identified and addressed promptly. For example, if a task is taking longer than expected, adjustments may be needed to keep the project on track. Change management also plays a critical role in managing constraints. Changes to scope, schedule, or budget should not be made arbitrarily. Instead, they should follow a structured process that includes evaluation, approval, and documentation. This ensures that all stakeholders are aware of the impact of the changes and agree to them. Another key aspect is prioritization. Not all constraints carry equal importance in every project. In some projects, time may be the most critical factor, such as in event planning. In others, cost may be the primary concern, especially in budget-sensitive initiatives. Understanding which constraint is the priority helps the project manager make better decisions when trade-offs are required. It is also important to communicate the implications of constraints to stakeholders. Clear communication ensures that expectations are realistic and that stakeholders understand the impact of any changes. This transparency builds trust and supports better collaboration throughout the project. In summary, the constraints of time, cost, and scope form the foundation of project management. These elements are interconnected and must be carefully balanced to achieve project success. By understanding their relationships, planning effectively, monitoring progress, and managing changes, project managers can navigate these constraints and deliver projects that meet objectives while maintaining quality. Mastery of the triple constraint is essential for effective project management and successful project delivery. Module 7. The importance of stakeholder engagement and communication in project success. Stakeholder engagement and effective communication are critical components of successful project management. No project exists in isolation. It involves people who have an interest in its outcome or are affected by its execution. These individuals or groups, known as stakeholders, play a significant role in determining whether a project succeeds or fails. Therefore, understanding how to identify, engage, and communicate with stakeholders is essential for every project manager. Stakeholders include anyone who can influence or be influenced by the project. This may include project sponsors, clients, team members, suppliers, organizational leadership, regulatory bodies, and even the community. Each stakeholder group has its own expectations, interests, and level of influence. Some stakeholders may be highly involved in decision-making, while others may only require periodic updates. One of the first steps in stakeholder engagement is stakeholder identification. This involves recognizing all individuals and groups who have a stake in the project. Once identified, stakeholders are analyzed based on their level of interest and influence. This analysis helps the project manager determine how to engage each stakeholder effectively. For example, high-influence stakeholders may require frequent communication and active involvement, while low-influence stakeholders may only need occasional updates. Stakeholder engagement refers to the process of building and maintaining positive relationships with stakeholders throughout the project lifecycle. Engaged stakeholders are more likely to support the project, provide valuable input, and contribute to its success. On the other hand, poorly managed stakeholders can create resistance, misunderstandings, and conflicts that may hinder project progress. Effective engagement requires understanding stakeholder needs and expectations. The project manager must actively listen to stakeholders, gather their requirements, and ensure that their concerns are addressed. This helps in aligning project objectives with stakeholder expectations, reducing the risk of dissatisfaction. Closely linked to stakeholder engagement is communication management. Communication is the means through which information is shared among stakeholders and project team members. It ensures that everyone is informed, aligned, and able to make informed decisions. Without effective communication, even well-planned projects can fail due to misunderstandings, lack of coordination, or unmet expectations. A key aspect of communication management is developing a communication plan. This plan outlines what information will be communicated, who will receive it, how it will be delivered, and how often it will be shared. Different stakeholders may require different types of information. For instance, senior management may prefer summary reports, while team members may need detailed task updates. Clarity and consistency are essential in communication. Messages should be clear, concise, and free from ambiguity. Consistent communication helps build trust and ensures that stakeholders receive accurate and reliable information. It also reduces the likelihood of confusion or misinterpretation. Another important element is feedback and two-way communication. Communication should not be one-sided. Stakeholders should have opportunities to ask questions, provide input, and express concerns. This feedback loop helps the project manager identify issues early and make necessary adjustments. It also fosters a sense of involvement and ownership among stakeholders. Transparency is also vital in stakeholder communication. Keeping stakeholders informed about project progress, challenges, and changes builds trust and credibility. Even when issues arise, honest and timely communication helps manage expectations and prevents surprises. Effective stakeholder engagement and communication also contribute to conflict resolution. Conflicts may arise due to differing interests, priorities, or expectations. By maintaining open lines of communication and addressing concerns promptly, the project manager can resolve conflicts before they escalate. Another benefit is improved decision-making. When stakeholders are properly engaged and informed, they can provide valuable insights and support informed decisions. This collaborative approach leads to better outcomes and increases the likelihood of project success. Stakeholder engagement also enhances project acceptance and sustainability. When stakeholders feel involved and their needs are considered, they are more likely to support the project and accept its outcomes. This is especially important for projects that introduce change, as stakeholder buy-in can determine the success of implementation. Furthermore, effective communication ensures that the project team remains aligned and coordinated. Team members understand their roles, responsibilities, and expectations, which improves efficiency and productivity. It also reduces errors and rework, saving time and resources. However, poor stakeholder engagement and communication can have serious consequences. Miscommunication can lead to misunderstandings, delays, increased costs, and even project failure. Therefore, project managers must prioritize communication and continuously improve their interpersonal and communication skills. In summary, stakeholder engagement and communication are essential for project success. By identifying stakeholders, understanding their needs, and maintaining clear and consistent communication, project managers can build strong relationships, manage expectations, and ensure smooth project execution. These practices not only enhance collaboration, but also increase the likelihood of delivering successful and impactful projects. This brings us to the end of this course. Thank you.